Hello everybody, welcome to this video where I'm going to give you a tour of my Cambridge University room. Okay, so let's start off with this section of my room. So first I have my desk, which occupies my laptop and then some decorations. So these are fake plants, very cheap I think on Amazon, but they just brighten up my room and it's quite nice to have a plant. This is a wooden chess piece which was actually made for me, very cool, it's a king, in case you didn't know, which is pretty cool. And then have some chewing gum for working mainly. Have a lamp which is provided by the college. There you go, 3 different levels of brightness. And then have a Newton's cradle which I got for Christmas one year. This is pretty fun to play with. You know, you can do some cool things like that, pretty fun to watch. And then finally we have another plant, again fake, similar to this one, slightly different. Again, nice to brighten up my desk. Right, and then we have my pinboard, which admittedly is a bit barren and bare at the moment. I do need to fill it out a bit more. We have some photos of family and friends, a motivational quote to keep me motivated, and then we have these two things, which I'll explain in a bit more detail. Okay, so these are trackers for exercise and for YouTube. Essentially for this term, I want to be a bit more consistent and a bit more up to date with what I was doing in terms of weekly exercise and keeping my YouTube stuff consistent. So this I've got like upper body, lower body, running, erging, which is rowing, which I haven't really been doing this term, football, and then a weekly total. And then this is like the title of videos I've got planned, whether I've planned them, whether it's on the thumbnail, whether I've filmed them, whether I've edited them, and whether I've uploaded them. So the one we're doing today is down here. So hopefully I'll be taking this off pretty soon. It's just a good way to keep stuff up to date. It's always there on my wall so I can always see it, keeps me motivated. So yeah, it's quite good. Okay, so we've now got this section of my room, which is basically just my bed and my bedside table. As far as beds go, this is pretty comfy. The only annoying thing is that it slides off because it's not actually connected really in any way, so the mattress can just slide off in my sleep. It's a comfy bed, can't really complain. Normal bedside table, again, same lamp as before, the 3 different levels of brightness. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Right, and then we also have these storage spaces underneath the bed, which are actually quite big and very useful. So in here I store like all my spare bedding. And in here I store all my shoes, so like my running shoes, my football boots, etc. As you can see, they're quite big, they go back quite far, they're quite deep, and they're really good storage spaces, but it keeps everything out of sight, which is quite nice. Alright, continuing on our journey, we now have this section, which is a chest of drawers, which stores mainly my clothes. Pretty standard, pretty nice, and then I've got some stuff on top, so I've got this little bowl, which contains some jewellery. I've got this chessboard, which is really cool. It's a magnetic one, so yeah, pretty fun. I've then got this cool magnetic timer, which I'll show you a close up, and I've got a King's coaster, which is provided to all the rooms in King's. So what this thing is we have a normal timer, like a sand timer that you see. I think this one's 2 minutes, but instead of sand, all of these little things in here are iron filings, and the base of this is a magnet. So when we turn it over, quite a cool thing happens. So you get these little towers that build and collapse of iron filings. It's pretty satisfying to watch. I don't actually use this for a timer ever really. If I'm a bit bored though and want to go watch something cool, I might turn it over and give it a look. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Venturing further on, we then come to this chair, again provided by King's. I mainly use it to store my bag, and then we have my wardrobe, which again, just, I don't know how much you can see actually, contains clothes and also a very nice mirror. Maybe you can see yourself now, which is quite cool. And then above this, I store like my washing stuff. Unfortunately, there's nowhere else they really fit, where I have space, which is kind of annoying. And I also store my suitcases because again, they don't really have anywhere else to go. Not ideal, but not too bad. And then obviously we have these beams here, which I hang my Liverpool scarf from. I don't really know what else to do with these beams, if anything. They're kind of cool, sometimes they get in the way, but yeah. So yeah, to give you a more detailed shot of the beams, here they are. I think they must be to do with the old structure of the building. I think it must be a pretty old building in which these beams probably had an integral part in the past. Now they don't really, but they're kind of cool. Kind of cool to like have in your room. Essentially, but yeah. Okay, and then the penultimate thing to sort of show is my door, where I have an Anfield sign. I keep my coat and my dressing gown here, And then I have a lovely mirror with a sink. It's not non-suite, but I do have a sink with storage underneath for toiletries and some medicine stuff as well. Yeah, pretty nice place to just do stuff. I don't really know, but it's nice to have a sink in your room. Okay, and then the final thing to show you are these shelves. So I have another plant similar to ones before. I have some caps. I don't really wear them because it's winter. I have this spinning top, which again was made. That was a horrible spin, but you get the idea. I have a little mirror because I didn't actually know I'd be provided with proper mirrors because, for example, last year I wasn't. And then I have this cool thing, which is a bird. But the cool thing about it is the centre of mass is directly underneath the beak, which essentially means it will balance on anything. So the tip of my finger, for example, you can see that it will just balance, and I can give it a nudge. It will stay balanced on anything. Kind of cool bit of physics there. I then have some food for eating, bananas and rice cakes. Have some books from home, some economics ones, some kind of economics ones. The End of Banking, which I'm reading at the moment, quite a cool book. And then I've got this Turing Tests Expert Number Puzzles. Some fun little number puzzles essentially in here. Some fun things to do in your free time if you like puzzles. And then got some playing cards, some sunglasses, some alcohol, which I drank none of, some towels, and I've got my books, which I don't know if you can see because in beams. I'll go into more detail on those. Those are the books I'm actually using to study for this term, and those are the shelves completed. So a bit more detail on these books. I have Advanced Macroeconomics for macroeconomics. I've got Borjas Labour Economics for my labour course. I have Introductory Economics by Wooldridge, really good for econometrics here. I meant to say econometrics, sorry. Very useful book. I have an Introduction to Game Theory, which has some really good questions by Osborne. I have The Theory of Industrial Organisation. I got this for paper 1 microeconomics game theory, but I haven't actually read this or used it at all. Could be good, could be bad, I don't really know. I've then got Macroeconomics by Barrow. Again, this book is like quite outdated, I say, in terms of the explanations. I didn't find it that useful. Doppelhofer or Doppelhofer, I don't know how to pronounce his name, was definitely much better. And I've got another Introduction to Econometrics by Stock and Watson. I haven't really used this book. I mainly use Wooldridge because Wooldridge is very good, but I might start using it for some more questions, etc. And these essentially are all the books I use to study for my 4 papers this year, if you're interested. Okay, so that concludes my room tour. A pretty nice room, a pretty big room, pretty high ceilings, and it's smack bang in the centre of Cambridge, which is very nice. In terms of what I pay for this room, I pay about £1,750 a term, which totals to about £5,250 a year. Hopefully my mental maths is right there, which isn't too bad for a room like this in central Cambridge. Along this accommodation, it's shared bathrooms, but the bathrooms are very nice, and there's quite a small number of people per bathroom, so you don't really have to be waiting around. I also have a common room and a kitchen, which again are both pretty nice. So in terms of the rent, it's not too bad. To give you a bit of further context, the way the rent is done by my college is there's 6 bands, so band 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where band 1 is the cheapest, band 6 is the most expensive. And in terms of where this room ranks on those bands, it's a band 3 room. So kind of average, maybe slightly below average in terms of the rooms you can get for my college at Cambridge. But again, a pretty nice room. I'm not complaining, much better than last year. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'll see you soon.